What's up, guys, and welcome back to House Flipper 2. If you're enjoying this series, make sure you leave a like on the video. It'd be greatly appreciated. In the last episode, we performed an entire flip, all according to Tom's plan, and it actually turned out looking pretty good. But the goal for today is I want to hopefully unlock the ability to build walls, and then along with that, we'll probably need the sledgehammer in order to demolish said walls. But also, it would be really nice if we could get the ability to change the style of certain objects in the house, like our cabinets here in the kitchen, for example. But we'll see if we're actually going to be able to do that today. I have absolutely no clue what our next jobs are going to be. We have one email from Margaret and one email from Isabel. Really quick, before we read through these, I am planning on skimming again so we can save some time there, but I want to see if we have anything new in assembly. We've only done a picture frame thus far, which we got 3 stars on. So let's see what we can do with some table lamps, I suppose. Do we have to first, assemble these guys? I have no idea. I guess we'll find out. Oh, I see. Okay. We've got a little outline over here, and the legs actually just sort of snap into position. This is actually way more in-depth than I was expecting. We have to grab this and get that mounted up next our screws. Get all 3 of those in a position. And then we just tighten them down. Okay, so we probably want that maybe like this for that bottom ring. There we be. There we be. Now we're getting it. Okay, and then light bulb. Same thing, we just got to screw that in. All right, and then last but not least, I think, just add that on top. Oh no, we have 6 more steps. Good God, okay. Some screws, 3 screws. Let's try to rotate that camera again. That's weird, having to hold control. I mean, I like it. I'm just not used to it. This whole part of House Flipper 2 is an entirely new experience. We did have to do some assembly in the original game, but now, finish in under 1 minute and 10 seconds? Can I get a redo? I'll just move on to the clock, dude. It's really probably fine. But so now the way that it works is you just have to assemble each item one time, and then rather than having to assemble them every time you place them in a house, what we can do now, what am I supposed to do next? Come over here. Gotcha. Now what we can do is basically just assemble them one time, and we'll get a discount on that item going forward, which is kind of nice. Swift tap with the hammer. Get that put in there. Perfect. We've got a little hook this time around. Something specific for the clock, I'm guessing. See if we can do this one under time. Oh, God, there's more. Oh, we have to set the time? Ain't no way. Ain't no way. Yeah, I'm finishing that one on time. Unbelievable. Okay, before we start our first contracts for today, I'm gonna redo the clock, and I'm gonna redo the other one that we just did, because I'm not happy with that performance. All right, I'm feeling a lot better about that now. We have our first email from Margaret. Says, prepare a room of his own. Old bedroom in the attic. Interesting. Painting and furnishing. Isabel, bathroom, proper renovation. Could be some new reno tools then. Maybe a sledgehammer, you never know. And then kitchen is also in bold. Let's start with Margaret's first. That sounds like it's going to be a little bit easier on us. Just to get us warmed up today. Get us going. Let's see what we've got in here. Oh my good, that wallpaper. That wallpaper though. Oh my lord. Yeah, this is it's an older lady's home. For sure. Ooh, I really like the rounded edge on the ceiling there. I wonder how they did that. Looks really nice. Oh. It's just a big piece of trim? Okay. I know some of you know about this, some of you maybe don't, but the IRL house that Oksana and I are working on purchasing still has a similar effect in nearly every room. So that's kind of cool. I might be able to actually add that to my sandbox version of that place. But I think everything that we need to do is going to be upstairs.
Good morning, my dear.
Hence
it
the
is
phone
Margaret Fontana calling. I would
Hi,
like
Margaret.
to tell you a bit about my grandson, Johnny. After all, Your job is to prepare a room for him.
Was
And
Johnny
I
living
really
in here?
wanted
'Cause
to make him feel at home
ain't no
right
way.
away. I even bought some of his favorite
Ain't
books
no way.
so
This
he
place
can
is
have them
disgusting. I forgot about the spray, honestly. What were you saying, Margaret? I wasn't really paying attention. Is it him in the pictures? Like the one, is it
here.
him in the pictures?
You
We'll go with
found
that.
my little gallery. Yes, it is. He's the boy reading a book. Johnny, my little sunshine.
Oh, here's
He
Johnny. Okay.
loves reading. The
Oh, good
book
for
in
him.
the picture is his favorite. The Many Adventures of Traveling Frog. I gave it to him when he was just a toddler.
You got a copy of that,
remember like it
Grams?
was
Maybe we could
him
put that
sitting
down
on
somewhere
my
for him.
lap, listening to me,
Maybe.
reading out loud. Now
He's
he
just
says he's too
just
big for
rambling
that.
at this point,
He
but
doesn't
we're
want
already
Grandma's
cleaning. It's
help with
fine.
anything.
We're just getting started. Now he can read it to you.
Oh, wouldn't
that be lovely? That'd
Just
be so
like
adorable.
The good old days.
Uh-huh.
Me, him, and a book in our hands.
Yeah,
I
you said
cannot
it.
wait for Johnny to be here. But before that,
All right, Grams, wrap
his
this up.
room needs to be ready.
Wrap this up.
So
What are we
take
doing?
good care of preparing it. Have a nice day, my dear.
Alrighty, you
Goodbye.
too. See you, Margaret. What a nice old lady. What a nice lady. Got a little bit of trash in here. Looks like that stuff needs to be sold. Some suspicious jars kind of hanging out in there. Maybe her beloved grandson is actually a legendary moonshiner. You never know, right? You just never know. Okay, there's 2 pieces of trash in here still, but I can't find them. Here we go. Underneath the bed. We got some more cardboard under there. Perfect. Okay, I think that should do it then for the trash. See what else we have to do. I'm just gonna take a look at the whole quest to see what we really got going on. New radiator, new bed. Okay, so we're gonna be selling a lot of stuff. Yeah, 41 items. Actually, everything in here we need to sell. Okay. Kind of wish I would have known that prior to starting cleaning, but it looks like the more we're getting rid of, the more stains and things are being exposed. Let's get some lights on in here, and then we can start going around and just getting the rest of the stuff all cleaned up. I'll try to use the spray, but it doesn't really seem like I need to be using it, to be completely honest with you. That might be the easiest window we've ever cleaned. I mean, it's 2 swipes. 2 back and forth swipes there. Easy. Okay, cleaning I think is done. So all we have left to do in here is just buy some new objects, get them placed in, and then out here, in addition to all this stuff, we just have to unbox whatever's in these little boxes. So I suppose we'll do that first. Ah, classic. Grammy is hooking this kid up. Unless those boxes were things that her grandson already had, I guess that would probably make more sense why they were in a box. But now we can move on to placing some new objects in here. I'm going to start with a shelf, I think, first. That way we can kind of get some of that stuff sort of squared away. This might be good. Maybe back over here? Don't love it. Don't love it. We'll see what else we've got, though. Maybe we have something that would fit over there a little bit nicer. Maybe this desk, actually. Yeah, that'd be a pretty cool spot for a desk. It took me some time, but I did finally get Dude's little train set put up here on his desk. I have no idea what she wanted us to do with those shelves, but I just put them on the side of his desk instead. We've got some toy cars here, little PSP, and then we put everything else in this shelf, including the skateboard there up on the top. Has this door always been here? Wait, there's... Okay, there is an entire bathroom that I am just now noticing. So let's start by trying to sell whatever Grandma doesn't want in here anymore. It looks like the radiator's going to stay in here. She's had us sell it in literally every other room. Got a little bit more right there that needs sold. Okay, and then the rug. Perfect. Now we can move on to cleaning. Looks like it's going to be pretty quick and easy, though. Just some mildew. Just some gross stains on the walls from not being used for several years, I'm guessing. Oh, and then 2 windows. Whoops. Gotta do this. Get our squeegee out. This is nice, dude. The window tool. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. Absolutely gorgeous. Okay. Cool. Well, I think that's actually the bathroom complete, so that makes our job way easier. But we do still have quite a few more things that we need to purchase and place down in the bedroom. Got a little crawfish poster? That's kind of sick. Where the heck do we put that? Maybe over here? Seems like a good spot for it. There's a clock as well. I'm going to put that over here because I think his bed is going to fit pretty nicely just underneath of it. There we are. And then we've got a little dresser. We could put that maybe underneath the window. That seems good. Oh, the desk chair. Right. It's a good thing we're not going with the pink one. And again, I am going to try to leave everything sort of in the default color configuration, just as Grandmama would have wanted it, right? This really is a pretty nice little bedroom, especially for it being an unused attic space otherwise. But it looks like we're going to have to paint in here. I'm going to hold off on that until we get all the furnishings in this room, which must just be like a closet. He's going to have a closet before his bathroom, which seems odd. Usually, I'll be honest, it is the other way around. But if that's what Grandma wants, I'm here to deliver. This rug is definitely given SpongeBob Skybox vibes, or like maybe Mystery Machine flower decal vibes. You know what I mean? Anyways, old Margaret has asked us now to paint all of these highlighted walls in the bedroom, but she's given us 2 different paint color options. Since there is a lot of blue, a lot of yellow back to her little color palette, I think I'm gonna go with the yellow instead. I feel like there's more blue in here now, and there needs to be more yellow. I decided last minute, what the heck, I'll toss some cyan up on the walls too, because it is a different shade of blue than all the other shades of blue in the room. But it does still show that I'm missing something somewhere, and I literally just found it. We have one tiny little spot right there. Is that it though? It's not. Okay, there is more. There is more. I've already looked behind this cabinet here. Maybe it's got to be behind there. And it is. And it is. Let me make that selection a little bit bigger. There we go. We can just cover that up. There's still more? What about like behind the poster? Yep. Yep. You'll have that, right? On them big jobs. On them big jobs. Okay, now we just have to get that moved roughly back to where it was before, and we can sell that. We can sell that, and we are out of here. That's it. Dunzo, $10,000. 10,000 smackaroonies and 3 stars, as per usual. That puts us up to $76,000 in the back pocket, and we have a new job here in Pinnacove Suburbs. Also, another new one in Crawfish Coast. But I did kind of already tell Isabel that I would help her out, so let's go ahead and start that job next. Her house looks really cool. Since it is on the coast, you know, it's going to be a stilted house, a stilted structure. This already looks really, really neat. Because I skimmed through her email, I don't really know what we're meant to be doing here. So let's go through the front door, and I guess we'll figure it out sort of as we go. Okay. Oh. I see. All right. Like, the front entryway of the house looks great. This looks very, very nice. But back here, that is a different story entirely. Let's head up the stairs. It looks like that's where the footprints originated from. Oh my good lord. Okie dokie. Were they just trying to paint a room and like somebody spilled the paint? They started stepping in it and tracking it all around the house? I just don't know. I was expecting a phone call by the time we like started to open some of these doors, but we haven't got one. So let's just start by cleaning everything up. We'll start with the trash as we do, and then we can move into to the other things. Okay, those need sold. Oh, they were doing the stenciling. It looks great. Doesn't look like the stencil was aligned properly for a couple of these, and you've got some bleeding happening. Could be better, but an attempt was made. There was definitely an attempt. Well, there really wasn't all that much trash, so I guess we can just get out our sell tool. We'll start upstairs, and we're gonna be selling quite a few items here in the bathroom where the stenciling incident took place. Oh, in the sink. Right, there's all that paint on it. Not gonna be able to get that off. Well, you probably could if you like sanded and tried real hard, but I guess that's not what she's interested in. It's not what she's trying to do. I just noticed the design on the window as well. We have to clean that, right? Okay, good. Yeah, I think this one's gonna be mainly just a cleaning job more than anything else. Okay, that's all we had to sell in there. I'm gonna close up these rooms so we don't try to waste any time in there. Got a sponge. We can get that sold off. 11 items in the kitchen? Yeah, okay, in the kitchen area. Gotcha. This is all open, so it's technically just one big room. But no more cabinets, no more sink. Dunzo. Finished. Okay, next, before we start cleaning, we got some tater chips back here, maybe some broken glass or something as well. And then some spilled coffee beans. That seems to be a recurring thing on a lot of these houses. Nobody can keep their coffee beans safe. We're gonna start scrubbing here in the bathroom, I think. Are we supposed to get rid of the stenciling on the walls? It looks like we are. Wow, there are 171 stains in here. Maybe I'll go through and like try to spray everything first. Nah, that's gonna take too much time. We'll just wipe it down. Alrighty, okay, I think that's it as far as the scrubbing goes. This house was totally taken straight from the DIY subreddit. That's DIWHY, not just DIY. You get it. You get it. We're gonna have to buy some new stuff for the bathroom upstairs, but also down here as well. So I'm just gonna pick this up as best I can. That looks pretty solid, and we can start working on the kitchen. Tons of cabinets. It's definitely going to take me some time to figure out a good configuration for this, but I'm going to try to just go off of, oh, hang on, what they had before. They've supplied us. I need to look at this more often. I know I forget to look at this a lot, but this shows the color palette they would like. It shows kind of the look, the aesthetic that they were going for, but it also shows us how they want their kitchen to be configured, which is so incredibly helpful. So now that I know that, I can just start getting stuff sort of blindly placed down here. That's it? Well, kind of. We do still have to change some walls and add a backsplash and stuff like that. Let's get a light on in here so we can kind of see a little bit better. But that was great, you guys. Having that image for reference helped so much. The cabinets went together a lot faster and a lot easier, for sure, for sure. We even have this nice little bar area, but let's move on now to whatever this is. Ceramic tiles, custom color ceramic, and then subway tile. I know for sure, I can tell by the image where they want the subway tile, so I guess we'll start with that. Oh, it's blue. Interesting. Okay. I'm here for it. Actually, that looks phenomenal. Wow, honestly, that looks really, really nice. Oh, and then the other floor, or the other tile is going to be for the floor. I gotcha. So we'll put that away. I think we're good to sell that off. And this one, like I said, is going to be used on the floor. Let's see what that looks like. Ooh, that's way better. Way better than what they had before. I think we're gonna kind of want to go underneath the cabinets a little bit. I probably should have done this before I placed the cabinets in. That's a bit of an oopsie. Yeah, that is definitely a bit of an oopsie. All right, the deed is done. Now we can sell that off, and we just have to get all these cabinets brought back in where they belong. I'm gonna do the very best I can here. I think it was maybe this guy, and then sink, if I remember correctly, and then triple drawer, and then refrigerator in the corner. There we go. All right, and then this is stupid easy. The rug needs to get moved, though. Roughly right about there ought to do it. And that just needs to go right there. Okay, perfect, dude. What else we got? Oh, what? I still missed some? Maybe they want the backsplash further. Yeah, it looks like it's missing some tiles back there. Okay, so we weren't quite finished with the subway tile. That's all right. We got one more spot. Now we're good. We're only sitting at 1 star of completion right now, which is kind of concerning, but let's see what we've got going on in the bathroom now. We'll probably start with the vanity. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like we have any additional pictures for the bathroom's layout, but this is usually pretty easy. I think I can figure this out. No prob. I was about to say the very last thing we need to do is just get this toilet paper moved on over to the toilet paper holder, which you can actually place TP on the holder now. It's kind of big. It's kind of big. Could never do that in the original game, but we do unfortunately have some new tiles that need to be placed down. And again, I probably should have done this prior to adding the furniture, but it's okay. We live and we learn, right? It looks like everywhere from here up around the entire room has to get replaced. So we're going to do this properly this time. None of that stencil nonsense. It's actually going to look good. And it does. And it does actually look pretty dang good, dude. So much better than that whole stencil thing. But that's it. That is all she wrote for this place. So once again, we'll finish the job. 11,000 that time around. That's not too shabby. I think we've probably got just enough time for one more job today, but so far we have yet to unlock any new tools. This one here in Crawfish Coast says spacious seaside house, some cleaning and refreshing the walls, definitely replacing old furniture, oh, and unpacking our stuff. Thanks for helping us. If you're interested in gaming, technology, fashion, and makeup, or just want to relax sometimes, subscribe to our channels. It was a bit more long-winded than my outro, but all right. So it's a gamer's house, sort of like a whole posse of creators. It's a creator house. It's an influencer house, right? That's kind of what they call those. Have they moved in yet? Probably should have read the email a little bit more in depth. If they have moved in, this checks out. the mess, the disaster in the kitchen, all the unclean plates and dishes and things, that all definitely checks out. Got a back door over there. Okay, well, judging by this room, maybe they haven't quite moved in. That's why all the boxes are here and stuff. Let's go upstairs. That's kind of a strange looking wallpaper. I didn't even notice the whole dang main floor is, just about the entire floor is that same stuff. It seems very like nautical. I'm getting big sailor vibes from that for some reason. Got a closet in here. Okay. Wow, this is, maybe I shouldn't have accepted this job. This is a big one, dude. This is actually going to take quite a bit of time. What is going on up there? Got any hidden treasures, potentially? I guess we'll find out, right? Really quick, before we get her rolling, I'm going to grab all these trash bags. You know what's actually probably a faster thing to do? Let's bring this up here temporarily. I'll bring it back down when we're done. And that way we can just throw everything away way faster. Just had to sell a couple of things out on the front porch. Vacuum up a couple of leaves. But I think we're ready to get out our sell tool and just kind of go to town. We're going to have to sell 40 different items in here. And it's probably going to drop some trash, you know, when we get rid of tables and stuff like that. Shelving, too, if there's a bunch of junk on the shelves. I decided to go around real quick and just get all the doors and the lights turned on to all the rooms we actually have to do stuff in. and I just realized that they have like a little sunroom. Oh, I thought it was like a screened-in porch. It's all just kind of open out here, but this is nice. This is really, really nice. Some more dead plants, no surprise there. All right, I think we're finally ready to start wallpapering and or painting all of these rooms. I wanted to make sure that I did this prior to adding new furniture to the space. And like in this room, for example, I will still have to move a couple of things around, but it's really not going to be a huge deal. So in here, we just have to paint the like upper portion just above the wainscoting. And then over here, we need to paint these two walls and then use the wallpaper on the other two. Nothing in the closets, really. I think those are actually going to be turned into sort of a makeshift office. And then down here on the main floor, we just have to paint, again, just above the wainscoting all around the room. So let's head back upstairs and we'll get after it. That's the last of the super ugly wallpaper, now completely covered up by a layer of paint, which IRL probably wouldn't work out that great for you. I mean, you could definitely try, but before we start going around and placing all these new furnishings, we have been getting several new perks. So let's see what we have here. Spraying expert. Oh, so rather than spraying just one small area, it covers a larger space now. That is good. Pigment economy. The roller uses even less paint. Less of a need to refill each time. That's nice. Roller of tomorrow? Dude, why didn't I unlock this stuff before I just spent all that time painting? That would have saved so much time. Get your hands on this top secret prototype. Well, we've got it now. Right? We've got it now. And then I think the last one that we have is for the flipper tool, which is finally the designer function, so we can change the style of the cabinets in our childhood home kitchen now. That's huge. That is absolutely massive. So I am kind of tight on time, so what I'm going to do now is just go room by room, add in all the furniture, and then we can go on a nice little walkthrough and check out what's actually changed.
One eternity later.
It's done. The deed is done. The influencer house is finally finished. So let's walk around and I'll show you guys what's new and what's changed. We've got a nice living room area in here now, bookshelf, tons of new plants because all the old ones were dead after all. This is going to be their new dining room area. I probably should have lined up the table on this light. Didn't really notice that until just now, but it's okay. If they need to move stuff around, you know, it's all in place. They can just kind of relocate some stuff if they want to. Little succulent garden over there. Again, some new plants. Only one chair, one lounger out here, which I thought was kind of weird. I figured there maybe would have been more of those. Didn't change anything in the kitchen, but this back bedroom here, the main floor bedroom, this actually looks like a proper gamer bedroom. The microphone did kind of throw me for a loop. I wasn't sure if they were a singer or if they were a gamer. You know, this microphone that actually looks a lot like mine, I don't have the pop filter like that, but I couldn't really figure out a way to incorporate it into the desk area. So instead, I just kind of scooted it off to the side. But they've got everything they could ever need. Tons of potato chips, tons of gamer fuel, or whatever this is. Let's see if there's actually like a label on it. Oh, it's off-brand Monster. That's what that's supposed to be. But that's the main floor bedroom. All these other rooms with the closed doors, I mean, I didn't change anything in there, so I didn't really feel the need to even show you guys those. But we'll head upstairs. On our right here, this was the nicer of all the bedrooms, or the nicest of all the bedrooms, I would say. But that also, like I said earlier, the closet is now an office instead. But I kind of like that idea. I think it works really well in there. Another small gaming setup. That might be the tech guru in the household. Main floor bedroom, probably the gamer. And then this one, or was it another bedroom? One of these also had like a makeup station. Oh, it was in here. Okay. This person, maybe they're a gamer, but they also do makeup. I don't really know. I was trying to figure it out as I was going along, but I couldn't really make heads or tails of much. But in here, nice space again. No gaming or anything happening in here. This is probably the bookkeeper of the whole influencer group, just because they have a calculator and a notepad, and nobody else seemed to have any like binders or anything of that sort. But it's a cool spot. It really is. I would imagine they'd probably have a ton of fun here. But that's all she wrote. We are now finished with this job completely, so we can send it off for $29,000. I was kind of expecting it was going to be a little bit more than that, to be honest. That was quite a bit of work. But we're now sitting with $117,000 in the back pocket. We've got no new tools to show for it other than the ability now to change the style of certain objects, which is pretty handy. But I do think that's probably where we're going to wind things down at for today. So once again, if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, leave a comment, help support the dream by smashing that subscribe button, and I will see you in the next one. Thanks so much for watching, guys. Peace.